Hey everyone, welcome to another history lesson video recap. Today we're going to be discussing the economy of ancient Egypt. Our lesson goals are to describe the economy of ancient Egypt, examine the importance of trade to the economy of ancient Egypt, compare the economies of ancient Egypt and ancient Mesopotamia, and describe how trade influenced the culture of ancient Egypt. Our lesson question is, how did trade affect the economy of ancient Egypt? Key terms are enslaved, which is the state of being under the control of another person and doing work under harsh conditions for little or no pay. Specialization, which is a skill in one type of work. Taxation, which is the act of requiring people to pay money to the government for public use. Deben, which is a metal weight of about 3 ounces that had a set value. And barter, which is the act or practice of trading goods or services for other goods or services. Now, ancient civilizations developed new technology that allowed them to produce items for trade, things like ropes and sails, paper and ink, toothbrushes and toothpaste, and cosmetics and mirrors. The economy of ancient Egypt was based mostly on agriculture or the growing of specific plants. Plants provided food for people and could be used to make goods. Life along the Nile River provided opportunities for fishing and hunting as well. Fish, birds, and animals provided food for people and also provided materials for making goods. Ancient Egyptians discovered valuable metals and stones in the mountains, metals such as copper, iron, and gold, and stones such as limestone and granite. The pharaoh was the leader of the ancient Egyptian economy, and a pharaoh had many responsibilities, including growing the economy and providing for the people. If pharaohs did not provide for the people's basic needs, they could be replaced. Ancient Egypt had a command economy that was controlled by the pharaoh with help from government workers. The pharaoh made all the decisions about the economy, owned all of the land, and appointed advisors and government workers to help. A system of taxation called the cattle count was created. If the numbers were high, the economy was productive and strong. If the numbers were low, the economy was unproductive and weak. Ancient Egypt's economy was based on the barter system, where goods and services were traded for other goods and services. Grain was often used for barter, currency or money was not used, and debens were used for measurement. And debens gave goods and services consistent values. For example, 50 fish was equal to 2 debens, and 1 papyrus scroll was equal to 1 deben. You could trade 50 fish for 2 papyrus scrolls. Job specialization in ancient Egypt also helped the economy grow. Farmers, artisans, soldiers, merchants, scribes, priests, and viziers were all roles that people filled to help grow the economy. Egypt used enslaved people for labor as well, children of families living in poverty, criminals, and prisoners of war. Egyptian traders sailed up and down the Nile River, which provided access to the Mediterranean Sea, made the movement of goods possible, and allowed ports and markets to form. Egypt had good trading relationships with important regions. Southwest Asia supplied wood, the Sinai Peninsula supplied turquoise, Nubia supplied gold, silver, and iron, and distant lands supplied ivory, ebony, spices, and animal skins. Trade enabled ancient Egyptians to get resources and goods that they lacked. Now, Mesopotamia was one of ancient Egypt's key trading partners. Their economic systems had some similarities, but also some key differences. Now, Egypt was controlled by a bureaucracy and had a command economy. Mesopotamia was controlled by religious leaders and had a traditional economy, but they both used a barter system. They both created a system of weights and measures, and both used enslaved laborers. Mesopotamian architecture influenced early Egyptian pyramids. You can see this in the pictures here, the ziggurat of Ur on the left and the step pyramid at Saqqara on the right. Now this brings us back to our lesson question of, how did trade affect the economy of ancient Egypt? Well, trade helped ancient Egypt's economy to develop. It provided resources that Egypt lacked and helped grow the economy. It also provided contact with other cultures such as Mesopotamia, which influenced Egyptian art and architecture. Now that is it for today, guys. As always, if you have any questions, feel free to reach out on Google Classroom, and we'll see you guys soon.